Hello and welcome to Brett's Cell Phone Repair. It's so exciting. We are going to, just kidding, I don't really talk like that. We're gonna fix an LG VK815 screen replacement. So this one I've taken the liberty of taking the back cover off already, but there is little tabs on here that just snap together, and you just want to take a small tool, preferably a plastic one so you don't damage anything, and go around the edges here like so. Oh, it's a magic! So I've already taken the liberty to start it. Make sure the tablet is off. Just gonna quickly touch the the power button. And this is the replacement part right here. So we're gonna replace it with that. This one comes with the glass glued to the LCD. If you're brave enough, you can try removing the old glass from the LCD, which I am not going to attempt because I've done it many times and it is not fun. So for this one you will need a little Phillips screwdriver here. We're just going to take out the battery terminals here, the battery screws here. One. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Taking out these two screws here. There's two. And take out the screw up here. I'm going to take out the battery. And next one right here. Next one right there. And this one. And this one and that one. So now we can pop up this connector here for the battery. Right there. Just like that. And this should just lift out. Okay, there's your battery. So let's see, where should we go next here? Let's unplug this little pop connector. It looks like it's a volume button there. And the rear camera. Sorry, not in view there. Like that. And then here's the front facing camera too. Pop that up. Let's see. Looks like there's a couple screws here in the motherboard I'm going to take out. There's one there. One there. One there. And one there, and also one in here. So there's 4 or 5. Alright, so there's all 5 of those. Let's see here. I believe this is the loudspeaker here. So I'm going to try and remove that. Just like so. So there is this connector. You just want to pop that off the motherboard there. And then this motherboard should just lift out. There we go. Just kind of clip down in there. I'm going to try it from this way. There we go. There we go. So just make sure you take extreme caution when you do that. This is the brains of the operation, so You don't want to damage that. Just want to see what's under this. Okay. I'm gonna save that piece of tape over here. Stick on the edge of my desk. Looks like where all that stuff plugs in is down like this. So obviously that's part of the plug. And this is, there we go. There's that. There we go. Okay, so that's unplugged. Should be ready to come out. This looks like a piece of tape that I'm going to save and put on the new one here. Like so. Just took that off. I'm going to put this on here. Just want to make sure that's lined up nice and good. Okay, so we should be ready to take the screen off now. All that looks like it's not going to fall out. I'm going to just take that out. This little gasket thing for the, well, I think that's for the proximity sensor. Probably not. Something else. Anyways, move that out of the way. For this part, you're going to need a heat gun. Just go ahead and start heating it up. Okay, here we go again. Sorry, had somebody stop by. Always gonna be distractions. You'll have to do this many times because it heats up, cools down, heats up, cools down. I've kind of developed a touch for how hot to get it. Just continue to separate that adhesive. It's cooled down quite a bit now. Just cutting off some of the adhesive that's holding it down still. Okay, so basically the bottom should be the last spot we need to heat up. Just make sure it's not tugging on anything. Should just lift up and out. Oh, looks like there's a little slot that this thing fits through. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see. Okay, so just make sure that this gets through the slot. Yeah, looks like that's it. So I'm gonna cut just this remainder of the adhesive off here. There we go. So you want to save this, obviously. And let's take a look here. Clean up some of this junk. See what we need to transfer. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and transfer over this, and all these little blocks. I don't know what purpose they serve, but if they're on there, they probably serve some sort of purpose. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna take off all this adhesive. Okay, so just dry fit that. And then it looks like this is gonna go right here. Okay, and I'm gonna try to take these metal foam pads off here and transfer that too. Don't forget to slide this cable back through the slot so you don't damage it. Okay, there's that. So we can go ahead and get this out of the way. Don't need that anymore. I'm going to ahead and just clean this so my new adhesive sticks really well. So I'm just using some rubbing alcohol, 99%, because it evaporates quickly. So go ahead and just line up your new adhesive. Make sure you don't cover up your camera lens. Okay, now that that's done, we can start sticking the new screen onto the frame. I know it takes a lot of patience, which is probably why most people don't do this, but if you want to do it yourself, you have to have a lot of patience with this stuff. Now we're ready to put the new screen on. So this part's going to be extra sticky right here. So when you put this on, it's going to want to stick to it. I'm going to just take this tab off right now. That way I'm not fighting it too much. Let's see. Make sure you take your time lining this up. Make sure it's nice and flush along the edges and along the top before you actually push it down, stick it down. And then we're going to stick this down, move this out of the way, like so. That could be plugged in. That's plugged in. Okay, so now we can stick back down our tape here. Don't forget to put your little gasket back if you took it off. I think the motherboard is going to go on first. We'll wait on that. So sorry about that, somebody called me again. So as you put this on, it's gonna, there's little clips that it snaps into. I'm gonna try and line up this section first. This one right here. And then get your ribbon cables out of the way. There we go. I just felt that sink down. If I can keep these ribbon cables out of the way, then I might be able to. Another phone call. So I got that to sink down, so I basically just put this side in first and then push this down. Just try and keep your ribbon cables out of the way. So I'm going to plug in the volume button there, the rear facing camera, right there. Don't forget to put your front facing camera back in. And lastly, plug in your big ribbon cable right here. Alright, so now we can put this back. Like that. And just start screwing it back down. Now we can put back on our battery. Plug your battery terminal back in. And another phone call, sorry guys. Last two screws. Okay, so this would probably be a good place to test it. There we go. Just gonna make sure that this is only the first battle. Make sure you're not touching any components on the back before you put the back on. I'm gonna test to make sure it recognizes touch first. And you can see there's just a screen protector on there. That's why it's so glossy. Let it warm up a little bit. You can tell it's not been started up for a while because it's taking a while to warm up here. Sorry guys, another phone call. It's gonna be a busy day today. I just want to show you, I plugged this in and it's charging now, so it's a lot more responsive now. So we're good to go. It's a successful fix. I guess one more thing I did not show was to put this back cover back on. Basically just line up the tablet with the back cover. I usually snap the bottom in first, charging port, and then just work your way up, snapping all the sides in. If you get stuck, just make sure you're a little gentle with it. Okay. And this one is ready to go. Alright, thanks guys.